back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host, Aurelio Martinez. You see how smooth I said that? Hey,
I thought you was calling some nice babe or something. You're like, hey.
No, I'm a little smoother than that. You know, I'd have a little more inflection and things the way I do it. But anyway, this is our third and final segment, which was our open topic. I'm going to start off with open topic because there's something that's been sticking in my craw for the last week, you know.
I know that.
And that's the situation with Floyd Mayweather and his new star, Gervonta Davis. Tank, okay? I actually like Tank a lot as far as boxing in the ring. He's got a lot of talent. But it was just about a month ago when the conversation was about Tank and Vasyl Lomachenko.
That's right. At
the time, Floyd said,
no.
We're not interested. Yeah, we're not interested in that right now. You know, we're going to go slowly. But lately, and it was just in this past week, you know, Gervonta Davis made the comment that he'll take on Lomachenko right now, as long as it's pay-per-view.
Yeah, he said it has to be pay-per-view.
And he said, if it's not pay-per-view, then I'm not interested. So, first, your impressions of that.
Well, that's the problem with that mentality that comes out of that camp, okay? And it really, it's just, that's the atmosphere. That's the atmosphere, because you've seen the videos and stuff on TV where Floyd puts the guys in there to spar. They don't even have to be boxers. They'll put them in there to spar, and they fight to the knockout or something like that. I think everyone's seen them. Okay?
Yeah.
Some rounds may go 20 minutes. I mean, they just fight, and then when someone gets knocked out, he'll make fun of them and stuff like that. You know, they're having fun, and that's the atmosphere that they have, and it's really bordering on that thug life. Okay, if you disagree with them or something, they're gonna take you out in the parking lot and they're gonna beat your butt. Okay, that's the mentality it is. So when you're out there in the audience, if you notice the audience, they don't say anything. They look at Floyd, and whatever Floyd does, they go along with it.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's really that attitude. It rubs off on the fighters like Gervonta Tank Davis. Very, very gifted boxer. Okay?
Same as Adrian Broner.
Yeah, very gifted boxer. And when that first idea came out with him and Lomachenko fighting, when it kind of looked like Tank was scared because Floyd, he did come out and says, no, we're not interested in Lomachenko right now. Lomachenko has all these fights or whatever the case, but they weren't interested. Now all of a sudden Tank wins his last fight and it looks real good. And now they're calling out Lomachenko, okay? But I'm going to tell you what, honestly, in my true opinion, Tank beats Lomachenko. Okay?
I don't think so.
He beats Lomachenko.
How?
Okay?
How?
He just... Lomachenko is an illusion, okay? He's talented and everything, but he's being put in there with the right people, okay?
Well, Tank Davis has been there with the right people too. Now.
Well, yeah, he has, but when it comes down to in who's going to break who down, Tank's going to break Lomachenko down before Lomachenko breaks Tank down.
And I'm going to disagree with that. I vehemently disagree with that for one reason. Tank Davis he's got good hand speed. Lomachenko has great hand speed and good movement. Okay, and although I have my issues with Lomachenko and the fact that they built him up to be all of this, and he has yet to meet that immovable force. Tank Davis is not that immovable force because Tank, you see him, he's used to being the aggressor, coming after you. That's made to order for a Lomachenko. This is what his amateur career was based on. Is guys coming after him, and he's able to exploit him with his own hand speed. I think he would take him apart.
But the difference is, people that come at Lomachenko are slow. They don't punch fast. They're slow. They move slow. They come in at him and
so you're thinking Tank Davis has good? He's fast?
He's got very fast hand speed. He's got hand speed. He puts combinations together.
I guess somebody who's slow. That's what it looks like, but not when he's.
So I think it's
an opinion.
It's an opinion, but I think he wins. I'm not saying he'll win easy.
Okay, well let's back up then. Let's back up then. You're liking the idea of Tank calling him out?
No, I'm liking the idea of the matchup.
Okay, you like the idea of that.
Okay. What I don't like about him calling him out is when you call somebody out, okay, and I want to say this because I like boxing, but when you call somebody out, you really look stupid and I'm saying that, you really look stupid when you call somebody out with exceptions.
Yeah, a stipulation.
With stipulations, okay? That's not calling somebody out.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't do it.
Well, let's back up a little bit further. My first impression when I heard, because this is not anything other than the truth about Tank. Tank Davis is not the brightest crayon in the box, okay?
Yeah.
So anything he says, he's got that from Floyd. Floyd is the one who told him.
Oh, sure.
Let him know we'll fight him. And I think that's Floyd's falling into the same thought process of Oscar with Triple G.
Yeah.
So if we fight him, even if we lose, and the fight is, we still can say, hey, he was young, and we can come back and try. I'm sorry, with Canelo and Floyd. Remember how Oscar said, well, he's young, and we'll look for him down the road. Let him get a few more fights, and we think we'll get him. I can see the same process going through Floyd, but Tank Davis is not Floyd. Okay, no. I mean not Canelo. So I don't see how that would happen. But I still think that, like you said, the whole setup with this doesn't. Yeah. It's just reeks of some nonsense. And if I'm a fighter, a young fighter up and coming, this is another reason why I don't sign with Mayweather Promotions, because Floyd has this thing about his boxers where they have this certain mentality that we're going to worm our way through this. Whereas we've all admitted, and I think there's nobody that would dispute that, Top Rank is the place you want to go. As a matter of fact, Shakur Stevenson just fought last night. He got another victory under his belt. Yeah. But this is the process you want to go. You don't have to do all of this talking. Just let your team do their stuff and work you on through there. You keep winning. And then when it comes on top, you're on top and you stay on top. Yeah, see,
there's that for a fighter, there's a time to start promoting a fight, and there's a time to come up and start talking and using words that are going to translate into buys, into buys. And there's a time just to let your team do the work, your promoter and everyone else, because that's what they do. Okay, that's what they do, because that's what puts money in their pocket. So they know how to do it. The business sense is they do it. You don't see Bob Arum out there trying to explain what he's doing with his fighters to the general public, okay? And that's just the way it is. You do what you do to promote your fighter, to advance him, and to get him to a level where they're going to make a lot of money. And if your fighter makes a lot of money, the promotional company makes a lot of money. So that's it. And before we get off on this subject, I want to say this. I'm not giving Lomachenko a lot of grace either, because Lomachenko, he knows his role. I mean, he can't be saying that he's there, the no mas man and this and that, and then all of a sudden bail out. He got scared of fighting Pacquiao, and I don't care what anyone says. You know, instead of coming out and say, okay, well, Pacquiao, he's coming down to 140, he wants to fight me, well, let's get it on. They don't say that. They said, we don't got nothing to gain by fighting Pacquiao. Pacquiao should retire, he should do this. Well, if Pacquiao should retire, then retire him. Okay? What I'm saying,
I can't argue with that.
Don't come up with excuses not to fight somebody, because when you're supposed to be the bad dude and the no mas dude, okay, then you take anyone in front of you that's going to be a big marquee fight. And Pacquiao, Lomachenko would have been a big marquee fight. It would have been huge, okay? But when you start making excuses not to take them fights, then you got a little bit of a yellow streak behind you. Okay?
Well, you know what? You give credence to that, because even though I'm on record, I just said it a few minutes ago, I think Lomachenko takes apart Gervonta Davis. When they asked Lomachenko about the fight with him, his comment was, how does this dude think he can go from being an undercard fighter to a pay-per-view fighter? Now, on paper, that's legitimate to say that.
Sure.
But at the same time, you're the heir apparent to everything.
Yes.
Somebody that's got a title and run their mouth a little bit, all you got to do is say, hey, my people get with this people, and I'm gonna whoop his ass.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all you got to do.
That's what I'm saying. Lomachenko is shying away from the big money fights. And boxers know when you start at the club level, when you first start in your boxing career, that's what you have in sight. You want to become a champion. You want to become a marquee fighter. You want to make the money. And here you got this guy turning down the marquee fights, okay? You know why he's turning them down? It's because he knows he's got Bob Arum. He's got Bob Arum. He can fight anybody and make $1 million. He can fight anybody and make $600,000-$700,000 by fighting anyone. Okay, so he's not so much worried about that. So now he's turning down marquee fight. Anyone would love to get to that position where they get the marquee fighters. The fight between Lomachenko and Pacquiao, huge, big money fight. He's gonna make $5-10 million easy. The fight with Tank. Why does Tank become a pay-per-view fighter? I can answer Lomachenko's question right there. Why? Because he's got Floyd behind him, and Floyd got the money, and you got Bob Arum behind you, and Bob Arum got the money. That's why he becomes a marquee fighter, and that's why it puts a lot of money in your pocket. But yet he's shying away from the big fights.
Now, before we go, and we only got a couple seconds left, I just want to say one thing real quick. Gary Russell Jr. We talked about it last week. I don't know why, and I continue to see stuff about him. He really thinks he's the featherweight king. I really can't figure it out. This dude thinks he can fight once a year.
Yeah.
While all the other action is going on, he's sitting back and, man, if you got a chance to see him on interviews he does, his whole attitude, he's just so arrogant. This guy's getting ready to fight. Remember, he said he's going to knock him out. We'll see. But
that's okay with Gary Russell. My thing is...
But which Gary Russell is it, as you said?
That's right, which one? But whichever one it is, this guy that makes them comments and he's fighting once a year, he's happy being a manager at the dollar store. Okay? He doesn't want to move up to being a manager at Walmart. Okay? So...
Editor at InsideBoxing.com.
Okay. Got to go. That's the end of our third segment. Come back and watch us next week.
I asked him to keep it classy. Okay.
I'm just making comparisons, guys. That's it. Okay.
All right.
So anyway, catch us next week. Till next week, Steve. Keep your man.
Keep it classy.